and welcome to my channel. So this is a channel based on myself and my type 1 diabetes and how I manage this throughout my day-to-day life. So this could be doing the exercise that I do, how I work with being a fitness instructor and a running coach, and also just my journey really. We're training for big races, especially big races that I've got coming up next year, which I will tell you more about in future episodes coming up. But for now, we're going to be focusing on my weekend of fun, which is going to be cycling, doing some running, and how I manage everything with using my Freestyle Libre device. So stay tuned, keep watching, and catch up with you all later on. So it's Saturday morning. I'm just ridden from London to Windsor, just out with my mate Nick, having a great time. Yeah, so here's me, bike. It's literally today really windy out there actually. We're now going to be testing my blood sugars again. I can't do it and show you on the camera unfortunately because my app is on my phone and I'm filming on my phone. But I will obviously share the picture of how the sugars are looking so you can see from when I started my ride this morning what they were and then how they've kind of differed throughout the ride. Common that my blood sugars go a little bit lower when I have been cycling for a bit. I do reduce my basal by about 70% when I go out for a long ride. So with having an insulin pump, that means that I have fast-acting insulin going in my body all the time. So I don't have a slow-acting insulin, which is what you can have if you have the injections throughout the day to keep me going. So that is a great opportunity for me with my insulin pump to reduce my basal insulin by 70%, 60%, however much I need to reduce it by on the activity I am completing. So my blood sugars aren't going super low while I'm doing that activity. So it gives me a bit more flexibility really, compared to if you're having the injections where your basal insulin can be lasting anything from up to 3 to 4 to even 6 hours of the time that it has been injected into your body. I've got my little snack here, so some malt loaf, peanut butter and honey. Goes down a treat. And yeah, it's just basically, hopefully that'll tide me over for another hour and a bit of riding. I might need a gel or something as well. But yeah, it's just making sure your nutrition and everything is all good and dandy. And of course the coffee, which my mate Nick is going to get, just gives me that extra big caffeine boost, just the, normal joys. So over 80k, lovely little route to Windsor. Beautiful day. And this is Richmond Park. Always an amazing place to start and finish your rides. And it's been good fun. So you see me, got my pal Nick there in the background, cycling behind me. So far sugars have been all okay. So yeah, we'll test them soon at the end of the ride and let's see how the pattern is and what they look like throughout riding for about 3 hours or so. This morning with my friend Derek, and
yeah, it's really nice to get outside. But yeah, talking about Freestyle Libre and blood sugars from this morning. So I woke up this morning with my blood sugars a little bit higher than usual, and that's because I had a bit of a hypo last night before I went to bed. This can tend to happen when I've done a lot of endurance on a day. So because I did my big long bike ride yesterday, cycling about just under 120k, I think it was, in total, that basically meant that my blood sugars just caught up with more later in the evening. So I had a bit of honey before I went to bed, but sometimes that kind of creeps up while I'm sleeping. So my blood sugars were a lot more higher this morning, or not too high, around in the 10s. They're meant to roughly be in between 4 and 7, but mine were kind of 10 millimoles or something this morning. So I had my insulin, had my breakfast, and then all of a sudden, without explanation, my blood sugars just shot down just before I went out running. But then I had something else, another little snack before I went out. They kind of went a bit stable, but then during my run, I ended up being a hypo again. And I'll show you now what that looks like through my blood sugars just now. It's the way it is. Sometimes it just happens, but it's really great to have this Freestyle Libre because it just means I can just so handily test my blood sugars all the time, which is really good. But yes, that's a snapshot of what it's like with cycling and running. Not always getting it right, not the perfect example. Hopefully I can share in future videos when I do get it right. But this weekend just goes to know that, you know, all the decisions, everything I have to do, sometimes you just don't have an explanation, but you can have the system and the technology to help you control it in the best way you can. And that's why I'm really, really thankful for having the Freestyle Libre on the NHS provided to me to help support me with my type 1 diabetes.
So there you have it, a weekend in the life of Heidi and how I manage my diabetes from doing anything from a cycle ride to a run. And there's lots of other things that I get up to, and I will be sharing this journey with you, especially with my training going forward. But yeah, let me know if you have any more questions that you'd like to know. Obviously this has been more around how I manage my blood sugars and how I use my little Freestyle Libre, which is just there on my arm throughout my whole day-to-day life. So yeah, let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. And yeah, if you like seeing all of this and seeing what I'm doing, then please click the thumbs up, the big like button, and yeah, subscribe, and then you'll know when I do feature any other videos that may be coming up and about in the future. But until then, it's bye-bye for now.